I know that you guys are chippy chappy. Yes. So I am on. Okay. Hello, hello. There was some technical problem, so there was no audio. Now there is. So we are today looking into another two of the second group of yantras because are related to the rhythmic breathing, and my intention was to deepen a little bit the rhythmic breathing. And so the second group is the one that is connected with that. Now, we have done the Cobra already for the open hold. And the next one will be the Tegu, the curved knife, for the directed hold. And then the Purba, the dagger, for the close hold. This is always the sequence. First open hold, then directed hold, then close hold, then Drampa hold, the contracted hold, and then empty hold. We will prepare, as usual, slowly, some exercises specifically for these yantras. And the characteristic they have in common is that there is, after the holding, the four main holdings, after inhaling, there is the exhalation and the empty hold in equal parts, like it is in the rhythmic breathing. This is a characteristic. So first we start with the 9 breathings, as every good practitioner of yantra should be doing. We sit, position of Aerochana, stretch up, keep the sides up, come down, and let's go. Inhale. Empty, empty. Exhale, grain of barley, empty. Use the movement while inhaling to help you open up the breath. Breathe direct. Breathe out direct. Inhale from below. Exhale from the top. Empty. as I have already said, in the 9 breathings, there is no particular rhythm. The rhythm is defined by your capacity, by our capacity. Some people can go slower. Some people cannot go so slow, but the tendency is to try to open up and so breathe at your best without pushing it, but at your best. And the movement should help you achieve that. But important is the quality of the breath. It should start from below. It should be fluid, direct, and as long as you can. That is the quality of the breath, because the movement helps the breath do something. For example, this movement helps us inhaling pretty nicely, opening up gradually while the air is coming up. This movement comes letting go the air from the top and moving down. This movement to really enhance the possibility of exhaling really thoroughly. So you see there is, but the point is what we are doing with the breathing. That is the focus of the practice, and especially the exhalation. But if you don't inhale enough and enough well, then this famous effect of being able to eliminate the impure, the stale air, then cannot really happen as well as should. So we have to stay focused on the breath and the movement to help the breath. Now we do a little warm-ups. Yesterday we already did some to work on the first 3. And in reality, the one we do for the purva also can help for the last one. And the ones we do for the Cobra can also help for the 4th one, the dog and the spider. We shake. Inhale and exhale. Bring the feet close to the body. Try to keep the knee down as much as possible and try to stay as much as possible close to your heels, because also this is a way of training the position for the third, for the close hold, the purva. And then we try to come up. Try. And now try to come up in this position, putting the sole down on the ground, but at least with the heels together, like this. So we can also do this movement and try to open up well the knees. This for some people is not so easy. And now we try to stay like this and get some balance. Let's try to get some balance. Try to put together and then open again, trying to keep some balance. And we go back. Relax the legs. You can also put it like this and shape. Now, bend back. And we move, lay back. Let's stretch the thigh. We switch to the other side. Then we place the ankle, the more above the ankle, almost the part of the shin, and we let relax, moving forward from the navel. Then when you feel releasing, we can go down more. Without forcing. Then you move out the foot and go down. Try to feel that your leg is controlled, the knee doesn't come up too much. And then we switch. When we move, always try to be aware of the flow of your breath. Don't block it. Try to be sure that when you move from one position to the other, still the movement of the breath is less fluid. Because the breath can be short, can be strong, can be long, can be calm, but always this kind of characteristic of moving fluidly should always be there as the root from below of the breath. Now let out and go down. Don't try to push it, even for the fun of it. Just only until it's comfortable. Then let's move it out to the side. We can touch our toes, but without turning this way, always on the same line. And the other side. First we go, then we lean toward. Okay. Then we move in front. We move forward and we stay. If you feel releasing, can you go down more? We can also do inhaling and exhaling. Keep the breath flowing. The other side. Remain a little. If you feel releasing, you move down. Come up. Bounce a little bit. Then the legs forward. And we go. Touching the toes. Go only where you find comfortable. Don't try to push it. Then one foot close, one foot in front. Return, hugging our knee. And maybe with a finger like this, we can keep the back straight. And then we go the other side. Some torsions, then drop one in front of the other, and then you hug, straighten up. Turn the other side. Okay. Now we sit a moment like this. First, try to turn the neck and see the range. If you do a practice by yourself, if you see the range is okay, then you don't need to do some relaxation of the neck. But otherwise, it's better to do. Then the other side. Let the breath go smoothly. Okay, now see the range should be more, a little bit of turning, one direction, inhaling back, exhaling in front, change direction. Good. So now we try this. We go in the position like this. Doesn't matter if it's not the precise, but to understand this position of the purva. So we put the hands above the head, and you don't touch the head above, and there is no space in between the palms of the hands. They are really flat against each other. They are not like this, possibly just on top. And the elbows are also not closed like this, but back. Back in the sense, back like in the 9 breathing, to the sides. So when you do this, like this, you can feel opening well the elbows and keeping it slightly back. You feel really a kind of stretch of the sides. At the same time, there is also a little opening, but not closing of the throat, of the chest. But now, in this position, you press, because the hands should be pressed together. When you press, you see what happens. When you press, you feel the sides tightening and also the abdominal muscles being controlled. Not pulling back, but not going forward. So this movement helps you create the condition of the close hold. Remember, in the 8 movements, there are 2 movements that apply the close hold. One is this one. And when you go like this and you tense, you have a similar action. And this, the sixth. The sixth, in reality, is very similar, the structure of the sixth, to the structure of the purva. Because in the purva, as is written in the text, we go from open hold to directed hold and then the close hold. in the sixth or the eighth movement is not declared, but is what is happening. Now I don't do it really, really tense because I want to talk. So we are like this. When we are like this, and literally, if we could, we would put the nape at the base of the neck. So you understand you are totally open the throat and you are stretching. So like this, you can't really close, hold, especially not close the hold below the navel. There is no this possibility. This moment is open. And then when we do like this, we come down toward the shoulder. Well, this one is a kind of Gilwa, because doing like this, you are directing down. If you remember this movement, like this is open hold, and when we do like this, we start creating Gilwa. So this is pretty much the same. Here is the shoulder going toward the head, and here is the head going toward the shoulder. And then here, finally, when you get here, is really the perfectly complete close hold. Pretty much like this. In the Purva, is said, direct in the text, first open, then directed, and then closed. Hold. Okay? This for the Purva. And then we do some exercises on the floor, especially for the Cobra that we do again. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now both here and go to the side and open. Also, Vittorio, this one helps opening up the breath. Then roll to the other side. Doing something new is good, also for the brain. But doing some of the same basic is also good because the body remembers more and more precisely. The body, the brain. Then we roll back in the center, feet down. We arch a little bit, going up and coming down. All right, back here, roll a little bit. Now, stretch one leg and turn. Face down. Now we stay in this position. We can put the hands together which way you like. Remain with the belly on the ground, the lower belly. Don't try to lift up too much. This is enough. You let the arm parallel, perpendicular to the ground, and remain like this. So you can see when you do this exercise, especially if you take a little deeper breath, that you feel your breath coming up to the chest from below. So, for example, if you try to take a 4 counts breath, you can see that. So almost the breath is helping you the position. That is what should help when we inhale to go into the position of the Cobra. Even though the position is more arched, but the breath. The breath should come up smoothly, even though we are doing the movement. So in this case, the image is like the breath is lifting the body up. Okay. Now, the chin on the ground. Inhale and exhale. To strengthen the back. Now, if you can, we open up the legs. If you are like this, it's like a purva face down. If you could translate this position and make it vertical, would be a very good purva. Okay. Now, hands at the side of the chest. Inhale, going up. Exhale, counter arch and going down. In, coming up. Out, going down. Okay, so we are ready. We are ready for our sequence. We start with the Cobra. We just trained. Then we do the Tegu, that I have to explain more, and then the Curva, that I have to explain more. This we already done yesterday, the Cobra. So I will just recap what we are supposed to do. Remember, hold the second group after the hold, obviously, except the empty hold. The exhalation is in 2 and the empty is in 2. We inhale for 4 counts, stretching well the arms. Then we go forward from the navel. We really should stretch as much as possible forward. Forehead touch on the ground. And then, like the movement before, we go down with the, in this case, already with the chin. And as I said yesterday, it's better to move almost for everybody. I don't know, because somebody might be super flexible. The arms, the hands a little bit forward in order to be able to go up in the position. That should be this. With the legs and feet together, the arms straight is possible. Otherwise, you have to stay like this. And the elbow not out, but in, even if you go down, not like this, but like this. In this position, you are doing full Chuncel, open hold, then exhale 2 counts, going down. Remain empty 2 counts. When you come down in 2 counts, you should not feel a tension in the breath, because it was an open hold, and so the exhalation should be just smooth and easy. Now you put the forehead on the ground. And while empty, I should have to come back with the hands. So the movement of inhalation, going back to sit, is easier. And then exhale. Everything is 4 counts, except exhalation in 2, empty in 2. So now I give the count. I pretend to do it. I just do it not really. And I guide you. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, Chuncel, 3, 4. Out, 2, empty, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. I hope it is clear. So now let's do it together, another couple of times. Again. Okay, this is the cobra. That is a snake. Now we are going to see the Tegu. First, I show you. Let me relax a little. Oh, I have an emptiness in my brain. Wait a second. Yes, I was right, but just to be sure. Sometimes my mind gets confused, male and female. So we are with the legs in front. We inhale, straight up, and then exhaling, we move together, arms and feet. And man with the left hand grab the left foot and put the heel at the secret place, at the perineum. At the same time, the other leg comes in front and goes around the armpit on the knee, and with the Vajra fist moves around the back. This is the easy version, because the complete version would be like this, but it's really difficult. So very few people can you do that without coming like this or like this. Just staying really like this with the back straight is difficult. So I prefer to do the easy position. That is to put the heel at the perineum and the foot in front of the ankle, at the base of the top of the foot. And then you go around like this. So here, like this, on the side. And the other hand is still here. Now, inhaling, we bring up, straightening the arm at the side of the sides, stretching the sides. So you see, when you do like this, if you remember the principle of the 8 movements with Gilles, this is the same, in the sense that in the 8 movements, when we do like this, for example, this part remains controlled and this part opens. Okay? So here you have the same effect. This part remains controlled and this part opens. Because Gilles is always basically working, favoring one side and working on this, or working and then favoring the other side and working. So in fact, they are always symmetric. First you do one side, and generally are torsions. The dove is not a torsion, but still there is a way of favoring one side more versus the other, the same way. Less evident, but still the principle looks like pretty much the same. So it's based on opening and then closing. So there is always this aspect. And this is interesting to notice because it's also useful to understand how to inhale and exhale properly. We can understand from Gilles, and also we train that also. So when we are here, we are like this, and then inhale, stretch nice, and then go back, grab, and turn the head, and do Gilles. So from here, inhaling, you go a little rapidly so that you can stay also a little bit in the position. When we do this movement, don't do it mindlessly. Do it a little controlled. When you come down, a little control so that also the shoulders help you direct, and then you grab and stay there in Gilles. All this is only 4 counts. And then exhale in 2. You let your foot coming out from basically under. You move it out. You keep your back straight, and you turn and look with a torsion like this, similar we did before to prepare. And then inhale. And exhale to finish. And then the other side. We inhale. We exhale. Try to do this as much as possible together. In. Like this, coordinating the movement. All right. I think it's clear. Everything is 4 counts except when we come down, exhale in 2, and stay empty 2. And then again is 4, and this 4. I cannot ask you if it's clear because nobody's here. So I have no way of knowing if it's enough and if it is clear. And repeat again from the other side. Inhale, arms up. And not only the arms up like this, but also arms up, it means you also try to move your navel forward. And then exhaling, I'm doing very slowly. This brings here, and this, the armpit around, Vajra fist around here. If you cannot grab like this behind, you can grab like this. Or simply, you can also, if there is no other possibility, you can simply stay like this. Okay? Or you can grab like this. But important, you try to keep the back straight, not staying too much like this and not staying like this. As much as possible, try to stay straight. Even like this, as long as you stay straight. If this comes a little, but not up like this, sometimes when some people try to do it with the lotus, then end up doing like this. And this is not good. You should stay, if you want to try to do it with the lotus, you should stay more or less straight. The back straight is the point that should always be there. Okay, let's do it. Again, these ones, more than practicing together session in the sense that we practice together, is supposed to be more about trying to explain the main point and how is the dynamic of the yantra. And then you should apply and train by yourself, or when there will be the possibility, or if you have some group somewhere and in online they can practice together, also doing it this way. Oh. I am so used to keep this one that in, out, in, 4 counts, so it's slow. Out and turn and grab and do Gil. Then out into empty 2, in 4, and out 4, in, out, oops, sorry, in, sorry, in, out, in, hold, Gil, out, empty, in, out. Okay, now let's do it without any indication. Okay. I hope it's clear enough. I cannot see myself, so I hope I was doing it correctly. And now we look at the purva. The purva sometimes, to make it easier, you can use something under your sits bones or your buttocks, how we want to define it. And or we can help with our hand, because the movement would be like this, and then from here we should come up and go in this position, the one I was trying to train before. It's not necessarily that also the ball of the feet are together, but yes, as much as possible the knee open. If it is like this, then it's not so correct. The knee should be as much as possible open. And if the feet are separated, it's okay, but the heels should be together. So that is the first movement that we should try. Inhaling in 4 counts already is coming here. And then exhaling in 4 counts, we should go in this position. So if it's not possible to do it like this, you inhale, and then exhaling, come up like this, go in the position. Here there is a level in the position in this way. So I show it again. In, out, and you come up. Try to do this movement, if you have to do it like this, without blocking the breath. So be sure to go, I make it sound. Not block it in the middle. That you hold and do like this. I know it's common to have this tendency, but actually the idea is to use the exhalation to give strength to the movement. Use the action of the exhalation, even though it's direct and it's fluid, but still with the action you can create the momentum of the movement. If you block, it actually seems more easy, but it's more difficult. But you have to try to observe and discover if you tend to block and hold. And if you do, you have to stay present and keep exhaling. Don't block. Okay, now we are here. Now we are here. And in order to show it, maybe I take advantage of the wall. More comfortable to talk like this. Okay, so we are like this. Then we could go up while inhaling and go like this. This is a little strong, and we asked Rinpoche if it is also possible to do it simply remaining in this position, and he said can be done in both ways. So generally this position is more easy. So it means you go up, and also the possibility you go up and then go up like this when we do the hold. But then also for the knees, this is not so easy when we try to do that. It is a little strong of the knee. So if you want to stay safe, maybe we can also simply doing it in this way. So inhale. And now we do an inhalation. And now, the moment your hands join, you are in open hold. And then you start keeping your elbow back, pressing on your arms, pressing on the palm of your hands. And this will help you go from open hold to directed hold and block. Of course, if you come up, a little up, then it looks even more strong. But also, if you can stay and try to push a little back the knees, still you can feel it pretty strong, the close hold. And then, of course, if you want to train, you can also do as I was showing you so I could talk and explain easily. You can also do it that way, but then the exhalation, you cannot be in that position. Because the exhalation, then when we are here, you should come back down. And when we were working with Rinpoche on the book, he said literally, try not to come down like the sack of potatoes. So not falling down completely without control. So we come here. And inhale. And exhale to finish. Okay? Give me 1 second, I have to do something in the kitchen. Sorry. Sorry, I was afraid my food was burning. Oh. Okay. So I repeat, inhale, exhale, inhale, go from open to direct to close hold, exhale, stay empty, inhale, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, empty, 2, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. This is the full back. Now I saw that I came a little too far there and then couldn't see my hands. Okay. Now I guide, more or less. We try to do it together if you want. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, empty, 2, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Now only in and out. In, sorry, repeat again. In, out, in, hold open directly, close, out, empty, in, out. And now everybody just do it. Okay, these are our 3 yantras that we complete. Now, because that is the purpose, we do a little bit of rhythm. We start with 4-4-4, 4-6-4, 4-8-4, and we stop there. Position of Aerochana. Let's stretch the position to be sure. If somebody doesn't remember, for some reason, the rhythm we count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2. Empty. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2. Empty. 2. So this is the basic rhythm of 4. Then when you go 6, would be inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, empty, 2. When we do 8, we double the 4. So now, we do hold the breath in a relaxed way, what we know as being open hold. when we get eventually to a little higher level of the holding, following a little bit the table of the rhythm, of course, we don't have the same experience like in the first and the second of the movement, that you feel really an upper expansion, or for the matter in the Cobra, when you feel really the upper expansion in the chest. But if you stay already, when you stay 8, you might feel that there is not so much sensation on the top of the chest. But seems that even though you are not blocking anything, you are not exhaling, but it's kind of the sensation inside that is kind of settling down. That is fine. You just remain and don't act on it or do anything special. Just let it settle. Ready? So we do 5 times, 4, 4, 4. Then we change air. Also, 1 time or 2 times is enough. And then we do 4, 6, 4, and then do the same, and then 4, 8, 4. Now, first I will tell you what we do, and then I say simply more simple information, and then the last 2, everybody should remember. Shouldn't be difficult. Let's have a couple of breaths. Remember always to breathe from below. Go. In, 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 in. Hold, 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 hold. Out, out, empty, empty. In, 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 in. Hold, 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 hold. Out, out, empty, empty. In, hold, relaxed. Out, empty. In, change air. A little more quickly. Now 4, 6, 4. Go. In, 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 in. Hold, 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 hold. Out, out, empty, empty. In, 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 in. Hold, relaxed, open without forcing. Out, empty. Change air. 4, 8, 4. In, 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 in. Hold, 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 hold. Out, out, empty, empty. In, 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 in. Hold, 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 hold. Out, out, empty, empty. In. Hold without blocking, relaxing inside. The back remains straight, controlled. Out, empty. Now in. Okay. Now we do the exhalation fast and relax. And abandon everything. Don't change the position of the body. Don't change the breath. Don't try to change what happens in the mind. Just leave everything as it is without correcting anything. Just relax into it. Okay, now we move a little bit. And we come up. And we finish for today. Thank you very much. See you the day after tomorrow.